Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode, Unplugged EV, Australia.
Okay, sorry. Go back.
Okay. So this time with an unusual perspective from the car here. I'm trying some different mounts for the camera here. I'm not sure if this is good or not. So we are starting the day with 105%. And 49 kilometers on the gasometer after a full charge overnight. I hope the gate opens. It does. So in today's video I want to talk about the deadline which was running out on Friday, last Friday, 3-4 days ago, and where to go from now. Go. Sporty driving. I wasn't in eco mode. Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago I sent an email to Mitsubishi Motors Australia here and asked for a solution for the car, a permanent solution for the car's problem, and of course for all other cars as well. At least for a direction, a statement from Mitsubishi, a road ahead, a roadmap, where to go. And as you know, as I've updated you before, I have not heard back since. And last Friday, they did come back to me and saying, we acknowledge your email, we acknowledge the date end of May, and we will have a solution for you, or we start negotiating something. Well, the deadline ran out last Friday. Where's this truck coming from here? Jeez. So the deadline ran out last Friday, and until then I have not heard back from Mitsubishi, of course. As expected, no communication. I have then sent another email on Sunday night, complaining heavily. This wasn't a friendly email at all. Not at all, no. Norwegian. Yeah. So I've sent this email on Sunday night, complaining heavily about the lack of communication, lack of commitment, lack of customer service in this whole process. I mean, when you think about it, I complained the first time about 18 months ago about this problem. And since then we have basically achieved nothing. Yes, we have a new battery. Yes, we know about the procedures, which don't even work. But from a pure resolution perspective, we have achieved nothing. The state of health is still dropping as it did before. The capacity is declining, the EV range is going down. Nothing has changed in 18 months of work, of time spent sending emails, making phone calls, having conference calls with Mitsubishi, making these videos, informing the community, spending hours each day reading forums and we have achieved 0. So I have stated this all in my email as well and said, look, what is going on? There's no communication, nothing. Oh, it's 7 degrees outside. It looks like we've got ice on the road here, but we still got 7 degrees outside. No heating on. As you can see, long sleeve shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing these 2 or 3 weeks a year, maybe, when it's that cold, 7 degrees. Well, what can I tell you? I have not heard back about this email either. No acknowledgement, no return receipt, nothing. I don't even know if they have read it or not. I've sent it to 3 different peoples at Mitsubishi Australia, have not heard back. So the disappointment continues, of course. And you also may have seen Gary Reed's video from yesterday. I link it down in the description box below. Well, he had a bit of a breakdown on his veranda in Canada after the same, not hearing back from Mitsubishi. He's got exactly the same experience. No communication, no feedback. They're leaving the customers alone with this problem. They don't communicate. They don't provide information. You don't get a call. Nothing. 0, nada, null. Absolutely nothing. It is disgusting. Okay, I'm going on the highway. I don't know from any other customer service where you can actually do that. So you don't communicate with your customers who give you the money. They are your customers. We're not talking about people who you don't care about. These are your customers. They invested in your product. They spent money on your product, which is not working correctly, or at least not working as advertised. And you just don't care because you got their money. That's all it counts, obviously. You got the money of these people and you don't care what's happening afterwards. You're squeezing more money out of these people during the yearly service of the vehicle, and if there are any major problems like the battery, software, degradation, 4-wheel drive problem, not even mentioned anywhere. You just don't care. Which other company can actually do that and leave the customers out in the rain? I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay. They took the UQ sign off here. 7 ampere hours, no heating on. Driving slow speed, not even 100 on the highway here, and 7 ampere hours. Cold temperatures. Battery is 16 to 21 degrees. And the air, of course, is dense now. It's colder, it's more dense. And the car uses more energy to get through it. So yeah, the same experience in Canada. No communication, no customer service, nothing. And we've got many other examples here in Australia, in Europe, in the UK, in Norway, in Sweden, in Germany, Austria, Switzerland. Everywhere you look, you got the same shitty customer service with Mitsubishi. It is a disgrace. I know these cars are cheap, when I mean cheap, not from a price perspective, but from a quality perspective, they are relatively cheap. But the customer service is a disgrace. And Gary is absolutely right. He said it in his video. He's not recommending buying the Outlander PHEV unless this problem is being addressed and fixed. I was always a little bit hesitating in saying that. I don't want to recommend or not recommend this vehicle. It is everyone else's responsibility to do their research before they buy any vehicle. And if you buy this vehicle knowing there is this battery problem, well, that is up to everyone individual, you know. You spend the money, you take the risk. And as I always say in my videos, the car is great, the driving experience is fantastic, the technology is flawless. Never driven a more reliable car than this one here. No breakdown ever, apart from the water in the fuel situation we had 4 years ago. But everything else is working just fine. I love driving it, but this battery or software problem, see, we don't even know if it is a software issue. We're always talking about software issue, and from what we can see from the data, it looks like it is a software issue. But Mitsubishi told us now twice that this is the actual battery. And because the battery is so small and gets charged and discharged so often, and the load is fairly high on this small battery propelling this car, it is natural for these batteries to degrade very, very fast. Well, I personally cannot believe that, but we heard this twice. This is not an official statement, but they told us, Mitsubishi Motors Australia told us twice. They told me once personally on the phone. The head of technicians there, the technician told me he thinks it's the battery. It's natural degradation what we see in this battery, due to the way the battery is being used and controlled in the car. And we heard the same yesterday again. I don't want to unveil any sources here, but we have heard the same yesterday when Mitsubishi told someone else exactly the same. I mean, if this is the case and it's not software related and it is the actual battery, the car is totally doomed. The car is dead. This is a hardware issue then. This is like your internal combustion engine gets less efficient after 2 years already. A lot less efficient. A lot. We are talking about 15, 20, 25% less efficiency. And apparently this is normal in these cars. So, I don't know. I have read online that other people are talking to their lawyers now in terms of this situation. So to sum this all up, because I'm at work now, I need to go. To sum this all up, it looks like people are escalating this now on a legal way here and are challenging Mitsubishi in terms of the battery of the battery management unit problem, the software problem, the battery problem, whatever it is. And from a pure customer perspective, the customer, we should not trying to find out what's wrong with the car. I mean, I like doing this. I'm a technology freak. I like to do this and try to find out what's actually going on, where this all comes from, and why it is happening, and all this kind of stuff, you know. I love this, but not everyone is like me or like other people who are having the Watchdog app running every time they get in the car, monitoring all the situations in the battery in the car. Not everyone is like this, of course. And this is understandable, and I don't blame these people. They just want to drive the car. They bought this car to drive it. But we are getting nowhere. We are getting nowhere. We have an official statement from Mitsubishi Japan now, a Q&A. It is being discussed in the forums. Excuse me. It is being discussed in the forums already. I will make a video tomorrow and go through all the questions and answers they put together in terms of the battery management problem. So guys, stay tuned. I'm not sure if this position worked for you or if the casual handheld camera is better. I don't know. We will see. Okay guys, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. This is Andy from Unplugged TV Australia signing off. You stay charged, and we will see us again in the next video tomorrow or the day after. Okay guys, thank you very much. See you then. Bye bye.